following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Yo, what up, America? It's your boy, Cheetah.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your other boy, the Chop, is in the house narrator.
No, north side, west side.
Fuck this is just in the house today, yeah.
Yeah. It's your boy Yoder in the house.
Yeah. And you're tuned in to a brand new episode of Getting Loser. We're starting a podcast. You like that? I changed it up a little bit. Changed up the intro a little bit. It's nice, right?
Yeah. Nice and
just kind of on the fly, you know? I'm kind of a genius. No big deal.
That's what I heard.
You know, what happens? What's up, boys? Back again. Back another week.
Yes.
Going raw. We're raw dogging it this week. No topic, nothing. We're just gonna
Raw
hang out.
dogging it.
You know, shit. Lots of stuff to talk about this week.
Shooting the shit.
Lots of stuff happening.
Yes.
But before we get into any of that, Chop, break it down for us. How was your week?
My week was alright. I'm just getting ready to go to New York City. You might see me not on the couch next week. You're going to see me possibly in a train or somewhere in New York City doing it live.
You could be from
Oh,
Statue
we're
of
tell you
Liberty.
we're going to skip next week. On purpose, just because of that. Just so you can't live from New York City.
Dude, it'd be awesome. Live in New York City, I could just take my phone.
If we do an episode next week and you don't come on immediately on the screen and say live from New York, I'm going to be very upset. It's going to be a missed opportunity.
I want to be like downtown Manhattan because I don't trust those idiots down there. But I'll be in a nice little comfortable train.
What if you're just like on the live stream on the pod and you just get stabbed by a hobo?
That'd be the way. It's like,
That'd be wild.
hey,
That might be our best video yet. You know what? You should do it just to think of the views. Think of the views.
or drink to the children.
Yeah, man.
I just got to chime in for Sir because if I got to go back to the shot and look at the way your legs look.
Jesus, that's a massive leg.
It's like, what the hell's going on with their legs? It looked like there was
cross
one
leg day. Hold on.
big leg.
Hold on, I'll cross my leg too.
Yeah,
Cross
That
leg
was
day.
creepy.
Damn, my calf muscle. Yeah. All that walking I be doing at work. Oh, speaking of work, real quick. Girl walked by me today while I was wearing my work hat and said, "Is that Zac Efron?" That definitely
Fat
happened, by
twin.
the way. Nope.
Yeah,
She said, "Is that Zac Efron?" And I said, "No, ma'am, it's just me.
I'm his fat twin.
I'm in my hot guy phase. Better late than never.
Right.
You know? Took me a couple of years, but I got there."
Days off.
Yo, it's the same. He did this before.
No.
Oh, I'm in a hot guy phase.
This time's different, you know. I'm
What's
really
up,
in my
girl?
hot guy phase.
Mwah. That's what he's gonna do.
Nah.
He's gonna be.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm a one-woman guy now. I'm chasing one woman for the rest of my life until she falls in love with me.
Can't be Haley Seinfeld no more.
I would never do that to Josh. I respect him too much. What else you been up to, Chop? Other than getting ready for New York City.
Just working.
May or may not get stabbed by a hobo.
Now, how are you getting to New York City?
Taking a train.
Train?
I hope it doesn't get hit. I hope it doesn't hit the vehicle on the way back home. Really, I was
Too
on that.
soon.
I was on the train last year when it hit that.
Too soon. Too soon. What about you, Yoder? What you been up to? How's life?
It was good.
Wait, you don't have more to say. What do you want to say about me, babe?
No, I was going to ask where you're staying.
We're staying in Mount Vernon. Somewhere in the Bronx.
Bread and Buff Airbnb or hotel?
Oh yeah, Airbnb.
This motherfucker said, "I'm not going to go to Manhattan because I don't trust him, but he's going to stay at Airbnb in the Bronx."
Hey, it looks like a nice neighborhood.
I've heard more bad about the Bronx than I have about Manhattan. Manhattan's like rich, dude. That's like the richy riches, right?
Yeah.
From what I know, that's like the women that are sipping like a fucking cocktail after hours.
I
and
would have
shit.
stayed in Queens.
I stayed in Queens too.
I want to stay in Staten Island and then just never leave. Like just live there forever.
Yeah, I was watching the TikTok today. These people from Staten Island. You probably watched them before. They're funny as hell.
Who?
I can't remember the dude's name.
I like guys from Staten Island. They're funny.
Like, hey, we're from Staten Island. This pothole been here from 1977.
I did a Letterboxd review a few months back, and it went very unappreciated. I'm very upset.
What was it?
That was my review for Nosferatu, the new one, and all I wrote for the review was, Guillermo, we're not in Staten Island anymore. Nobody appreciated it. You ever seen that show, What We Do in the Shadows? It's fucking hilarious.
No.
It's hilarious. Well, basically, it's about 3 vampires living in Staten Island. And the one guy's like, his like helper or whatever, his name is Guillermo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I put as my review. I'm like, oh, Guillermo, we're not in Staten Island anymore. Nobody liked it. Very unappreciated. People don't appreciate my comedy, man. It's fine.
Your comedies.
I'm just going to Hannah Baker myself. No biggie.
Jeez, you gonna take a bath and
It's fine. I'm not sad or nothing.
I'm not sad. Sad boy shit.
I'm not sad. Got anything especially plan on doing while you're out there?
I'm going to the Yankees game.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
And one day I'm going to the Bronx too.
You can eat an overpriced hot dog and drink a piss warm beer while you're at the Yankees game?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, you're going to get the full experience.
There's a challenge. I don't know if I could do it or not. It's called a 999 challenge.
What's that?
9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings.
Jesus
You got
Christ.
9. You got each inning try to finish a beer and a hot dog.
Jesus. Fucking
What
Kathy
size
will
beer?
What?
Kathy will be carrying your ass out of the stadium.
No, but I can't do it. I did 1 beer. It took me 4 innings. Hot dogs, on the other hand, I could probably whip down like 12 hot dogs.
Don't listen. Don't let him fool you, man. This guy's the fucking glizzy goblin over here.
That's why I said I could
He
whip
loves
down.
them glizzies.
I could whip down by like 12 hot dogs in probably 6 innings.
Oh, I heard we're renaming. I heard we're not calling them glizzies anymore. We're gonna call them shaboings.
Shaboings.
We're gonna call them a shaboings.
Yo,
Give me a shaboing.
who started the glizzy trend?
I don't know. Somebody needs to be punched in the face.
Yo, to know why? One time at work, I told the guys, I ate 4 glizzies before work. They still remember that story.
I'm liking the hat, man.
Thank you.
Reminds me of my grandfather.
Oh, grandfather.
Was that a jab?
No, I'm being for real. He used to love those hats. My grandpa Fowler used to have hats wear those hats all the time.
Is it Boston
His
Scullies?
brim was straight though.
It is.
Yeah, like the paperboy hats from back in the day.
Boston Black Rose.
Yes.
Yeah, his brims were always straight though.
I like how you show me. You should show the cameras. Hey, by the way, I'm wearing a black stone. What? Fuck, how you call that?
It's a black rose.
All right, nobody cares. Just kidding.
So, yo, how was your week? Any doctor's information? Any hit deer? Any?
Well, Saturday
Oh boy,
I went to the
get comfortable.
yes.
Yoder's telling a story.
This is a sad story.
Oh God.
So Saturday I went to the races. It was a beautiful day like today. So I said, why not go to the races?
Yeah.
So I drive to the races and get there. They have heat races. So the racing is going on, and I'm drinking my beer and eating popcorn. Behind me, I hear a commotion, and I hear people say, "He's not breathing. He's not breathing." In my mind, I'm thinking that she's talking to someone on the phone, recalling an event from or talking about a TV show or movie. And then the commotion gets louder. I look behind me, and a guy is laying in the bleachers with his mouth wide open and his hands stiff. I'm like, oh shit, they're talking about him. So we started doing CPR. And I haven't done CPR since I left the casino. And, I'm not CPR very good. But all I could remember was singing the song Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. So I'm pumping, 140 beats. And,
Do you know, before you keep doing, Stephen Hall, the comedian, he's ER, and then that's the best way to do it is to be staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive.
that's what I was singing.
All right, we could have done without your terrible rendition. We didn't need that part. You right over there?
So we, someone gets the AED. So
What's ADD? Because we're going to do some education minutes today.
Something, defibrillator.
yeah, it's a. I'm not sure what it stands for,
Automatic engine defibrillator.
but
I don't know.
Look at Cheetah.
I'm
He's
just
just coming
kidding.
out with a
Just
banger.
kidding. I don't. Oh no, maybe something emergency defibrillator. Automatic emergency defibrillator. We have them at work. I don't remember what they're called though. I see the name all the time. I just can't think of it. It's got to be emergency defibrillator. I don't know about the first word. American, automatic, autoimmune,
No, not autoimmune.
autosexual,
Asexual.
asexual, ass 9, ass butt.
Yeah, you know what ATM stands for?
automated external defibrillator.
Fuck, I was wrong. I got the last part right.
You know what ATM stands for?
Yeah, automatic something machine.
Automatic Taylor.
So we used that, and we did it for about half an hour. And I'm not sure if the guy made it or not.
Damn.
Apparently,
rough.
his name was Bob, and he was there by himself.
That's even worse. Jesus. Should have told that story at the end.
But
now I'm
he-
just sad.
Well, he if he did go and meet the maker, he was happy.
Well, at least you're doing something you enjoyed, I guess.
Right. He wasn't in a hospital bed.
That's true. I feel like if I'm gonna go, I'd want to go like doing something I enjoyed. You know what I mean? I don't want to die in a hospital room. Even though it would be great to do it in a hospital room, just because you could be surrounded by your family. But like, I just feel I don't know. I feel like there's just like it's very ominous. I feel like to die in a hospital bed because like both my grandparents died in a bed. Like my grandfather died in a hospital bed, and my grandmother died in a hospice house. And it just feels so eerie, dude, to just die in a fucking...
My father,
Neither one of them were awake either when they died. They were both...
My father
pretty
went
much
in
gone
the hospital bed.
Yo,
yeah, it's
if I
eerie as fuck,
if
dude.
I leave this earth, I think I'd rather go sleeping.
Yeah, that's true. I'd probably rather go to sleep, too. But...
But then you want to wake up, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. It's actually kind of... Not interesting, but it's like... I don't know, like, the right way to put it, but, like... It's, like, kind of weird that this topic came up now, because I wanted to bring up today on this episode that I'd stumbled across this TikToker who makes, like, short films on TikTok. And he, like, talks about a bunch of stuff. He'll do stuff about, like, depression, stuff like that, but it's, like... He, like, looks at stuff, but, like, in, like, a comedic way, but also, like... in like a deep kind of way. Like I sent a couple of them to Fiden because I'm like, you know what I mean? Because we kind of, you know what I mean? We're kind of in the same boat with like the depression, you know what I mean? Like we kind of go through the same stuff. So I'm like, oh, I know if this is hitting me this way, I know he's probably going to appreciate it too. So I sent him a couple, and there's one where like this guy and this girl are like hanging out, and she's like talking about like, oh, She's like, oh, he's like, oh, aren't you afraid of dying? And she's like, why? She's like, everyone's gonna die eventually, you know. She's like, I feel like, you know, something about like it's like like being scared of death is like just what it actually translates to is like being afraid to live, basically, shit like that. You know what I mean? She was talking like that, and then she was saying like, and then this guy was like, oh. He was like, oh, you know, and then she was like saying something about like, oh, you know, people always get scared that people are going to forget you, but like when I die, I want you to forget me. Like, let me move on because I have places I have to be. You know what I mean? Kind of. And then like just talking about like, then they're saying stuff, you know, obviously, you know, wherever you stand on like the whole God thing, and that's, you know, that's whatever, that's your choice. Your opinion on all that stuff, you know what I mean? But he was like talking about that, and he was like, oh, don't you think God is going to be mad at you? Or what if you get to heaven and God's mad at you? And she's like, why would God be mad at me? She's like, I forget to text you back all the time, and you're never mad at me. She's like, plus, I don't think God's that childish. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I don't know, it was very weird, like the way they were like talking about it, and it was just like, they were just like having a conversation about it, and something about the way they were saying shit was just like really hitting me hard. You know what I mean? And then she was saying, or when he said, aren't you afraid of dying or something? She said, death's none of my business, not while I'm alive. And it was like for some reason that really clicked to me, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a great way to look at it.
Right.
Like, why are we thinking about death while we're still alive? You know what I mean? Shouldn't be thinking about shit like that. You should be thinking about what you're going to do while you're here. And then it's cool when I see videos like that, because then like you check the comments and there's like other people reacting to the same shit you're reacting to, basically. But sometimes you find like hidden gems in the comments of people saying like cool shit. And like one guy posted like a quote, and it said something like something about afterlife. I don't want to butcher the quote, but I don't remember exactly what it said. Oh, I think I wrote it down actually. Hold on. Let me see here. I'm not sure if I did or not, but no, I don't think. I guess I didn't. Oh no, yeah, I did. If there is an afterlife, then I'll see everyone after death, and if there isn't, I'll simply join them in death. I'll be with them either way. You know what I mean? It's like shit like that. You're like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of shit like really hits you and it like makes you think. And then near the end of the video, he said something about, he's like, oh, what would you want written on your tombstone? And she's like, write a joke on mine. She's like, the first thing that makes you laugh after I die. She's like, so when people see it, they don't think about my death. They just, you know, think about the way I lived, basically. And it's just like, you know, it's crazy how that kind of shit hits you.
I can see Cheetah's last friend. Fuck you, fat fuck. Chop. Or another one. I'm a God's creature. I'm like Zac Efron, but hotter.
You thinking my whole span of my 34 years, I'm going to sum my life up at the end to fuck you, fat boy? No, motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
But it was like funny because then like the video ends of like them basically standing at this girl's grave, and his friend's like, oh, is that what? Or they're like, the friend's like, oh, are you sure that's what she would want written on you sure that's what you want to write on the gravestone? And he's like, yeah, it's what she would have wanted. And then it spans as the gravestone and it says, Fushka, I barely knew her. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's cool, man. You know, I like when I come across shit like that, you know what I mean? Where it just kind of like hits you and it just kind of makes you think about shit after, you know? He's got another really good one too about like in like a coffee shop or whatever, but I won't get into it. But I don't know. I just like coming across shit like that. You know, really makes you think. And it was just, you know, strange that we started talking about like death and shit, and then after I had just seen that video the other day, so.
At my mom's and dad's mausoleum spot, it says they have a bench that death leaves a heart. Oh, hold on. What? I'm too old. I can't use my phone. Death leaves a heartache that no one can heal. Love leaves a memory that no one can steal.
See, I like shit like that, dude. I don't know if it's just like me because like I do like ever since I was a kid, dude, I've always felt shit in a deeper way. You know what I mean? Like that's why like I could watch a movie and other people be like, oh, this movie's it's a good movie, but I watch it and I'm like, fuck, man, like that shit really hit me. You know what I mean? Like I've always, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like my personality type, but I've always felt like shit hits me in like a deeper way and it like really makes me think after. I think that's why I like movie quotes so much. Because like there's some movie quotes that you just read them and they just like they make you feel something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like you get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like some shit just hits me harder. Like I could listen to a song and it just like, it just makes me feel some type of way.
Yeah, like nothing's more fade in, fade out.
Yeah.
That song is like me with my father, so it's hard to listen to.
Yeah.
Without crying.
That's another cool thing too. I was thinking about the other day at work. Like it's cool that like music, like even like a cliche way, kind of, music's like a universal language. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy how like music like sometimes says the shit that we can't say ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's cool how like sometimes you could like really enjoy a song. And, like, it could, like, really hit you and, like, you're really feeling it. You show it to somebody else, and they're just not really feeling it that much. And it's, like, it doesn't mean the song's bad. It just means it isn't hitting them the way it hits you.
Right.
And that's, like, one of the coolest things about, like, music to me. And I feel like movies are the same way. You know what I mean? Like, that's why when people talk shit about, like, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I'm like, well, you have your opinion on it, but, like, it just doesn't hit you the way it hits me. You know what I mean? Like, it means more to me. You know what I mean? Which doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just, we got a different experience out of it.
Right.
And I think I don't know. I've always thought shit like that is super cool. You know what I mean? Like, even with like goofy shit, dude. Like, I'll show somebody something that like makes me laugh hysterically, and I'm just like, oh, it's not really that funny. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it hit me differently. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I've always thought shit like that was super cool. You know, and I think that's one of the things that I love. About, like, life itself is just, like, like, music's universal, movies are universal, you know what I mean? And it's cool, like, because then it got me thinking, like, obviously I'm not like Chop. I don't go to a ton of concerts, but every concert I've ever been to, it's, like, in my experience, it's just a ton of fucking people just enjoying the moment they're in, and we're all in that moment together.
Right, and we forget about what's outside.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy how, like, something like that could just bring people from all different walks of life together to just enjoy shit in that moment. You know what I mean? And, like, you look around and it's like, you know what I mean? You make friends at a show and it's like, I would never be friends with this kind of person outside of this ever in my life. I probably wouldn't even talk to this person. We're at a show enjoying this shit together and now we're, like, fucking best friends at this show tonight. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know. I don't want to, like, sound corny, but it just... I don't know, it's just really cool that shit like that happens, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's cool that, like, we live during a time or, like, in a place where shit like that happens every day. I always think shit like that is super cool. And I don't know, it hits me some type of way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it just, like, really gets me thinking. And, like, I don't like to do a lot of thinking, but when it comes to shit like that, I love thinking. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I heard a song I discovered a song the other day. It's like these two dudes and they're doing like Let It Be by the Beatles. But they're doing it with like a bunch of other people and just the way these people are singing the song, it's like really hitting me and I'm like, fuck dude, this might be one of the greatest songs ever written. You know what I mean? Because like it's that type of song you turn on, almost every single person in that room is gonna be vibing to that song. You know what I mean? And it's cool that shit like that exists. It's just super cool. I just think it's awesome. You know, I think in moments like that, you know what I mean, you're reminded that, you know, society and like the world and shit might not be perfect, but it's still fucking beautiful that we're here and that we're living this right now, you know what I mean? And like I feel like a lot of people need to learn to just enjoy that. You know?
I know we went off top about death, music journey. Cheetah tries to show us new ways of let it be. I'm not I don't know the rest of the song. So how was the rest of your week? Mine is the guy not dying on us.
The rest of the week was good. No, I didn't hit any deer, but I've seen plenty of deer.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Yo, I bet those deer's like, oh, we're gonna remember you. We're gonna remember this motherfucking car right here.
And these are babies.
And still, they're gonna remember in a few months down. I remember you. Fuck. So, Cheetah, you probably had a better week than us.
No, man, I've just been vibing, man. Just,
Any news on the
feeling deep love, man.
update on the?
I took a big shot recently. I took a big shot yesterday. I put in my application to be the Buffalo Bills' new mascot.
Yes, I've seen that.
You gotta shoot for the stars, man. I'm trying.
I'm
I'm having I don't know. I don't want to say midlife crisis because that just sounds weird. Because I'm not even in my midlife yet. But
You're having mid-30s.
I think I'm having an existential crisis, maybe. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot lately, what's next for me. You know what I mean? Racking my brain about what I'm doing next. You know what I mean? And it's not like I want to do a drastic change. I want to leave my job or anything. I love my job. I probably will never leave, honestly. But I've been there 8 years. You know what I mean? I'm starting to get to the point where I'm feeling like I'm stuck. You know what I mean? And I kind of I don't know. I kind of just want more for myself, I think. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I was telling the girls at work yesterday, I'm like, even if I don't get picked for the mascot thing, which I know is probably a rare chance because I'm sure tons of people put in for it. But you know what I mean? I'm at the point now where I just got to try. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just got to give it a shot.
You saw some of the requirements for it? You got to at least be 5'11" to 6'1". You got to have a U.S. passport.
Yeah, well, you got to be at all the fucking home games and shit. You got to be there for every home game.
You got to find a way to these games.
Yeah. But it's just I don't know.
Dude, that'd be kind of cool.
I've just been kind of not in a depressive rut lately, but I've just been kind of in a little bit of a rut where I'm just I don't know. I'm comfortable, but at the same time, it's I've been racking my brain a lot about what comes next after this. You know what I mean? I've been doing the same job for 8 years. Is it time to try and push myself farther to something else? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, in spirit of that, I told my bosses today before I left that if a job opens up in the next step above where I'm at right now, I'd like to be considered. Because maybe it's time to change things up a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe it's time to push myself to the next level in some way. You know what I mean? And then also just kind of not really beating myself up, but kind of just I've been a little bit disappointed in myself lately because I kind of took a very big, not slow down. I pretty much came to a full stop on the whole, trying to get healthy again kind of shit. Because I was doing good. I was doing good for a while. Remember, I was doing fucking great. And then I kind of I don't know. I started to rely too much on the shit they put me on, and thinking, oh well, I could use this shit and just do whatever the fuck I want. I'll still drop weight, but that's not how it works. No. You have to put in the work too. And I stopped putting in the work, and it's just So now I've been kind of just thinking about that a lot lately, and just where I go from here, and a lot of, I don't know. I mean, just a lot of self-discovery type of shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out who who I am now, and who I'm gonna be moving forward. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be. You know what I mean? I feel like in some areas it's time to start taking shit more seriously. You know what I mean? My health wise, I should probably start getting more serious. You know what I mean? I'm fucking not getting any younger. It's not time. You know what I mean? I don't got time to fuck around no more.
Right.
Now, when I do something bad, it's gonna affect me for the next 10 years. It's not before, like, when I was a teenager in my early 20s, I could do stupid shit, and I'm like, oh, I got time to worry about it. Well, now is the time to worry about it.
Right.
Yo,
You know
how
what I
was the Hall of Fame?
Oh, it was awesome. We had a great time.
That's what I was gonna say, man. You had a better week than both of us put combined. You went to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. We had a great time. Me and my dad went a couple of years ago, and it was awesome. We loved it. This time we got to go back with my brother and enjoy it with him, which was awesome. It was great to kind of just be the three of us, you know, have a little boys trip. It was cool.
Right.
And it was nice to just be, you know, just the three of us just hanging out, shooting the shit, you know, talking guy shit, you know, talking about girls and shit. So obviously you can't always talk about it from my mom, you know, it's weird.
Right.
Can't tell my mom all the girls we're trying to fucking get with and shit. You know, so
Hey, Dad, over like
it was
whatever,
cool
lad.
to just talk shit with my dad. It was nice.
He's like, whatever, lad.
And the thing that I was looking forward to the most that I seen last time I was there, we got to see again, which was like this. It was like this hologram show, where it's basically like they had these like actors pretending to be like Jim Thorpe, and like what was the other one? I don't remember the other one, but they like simulated basically that you're in the locker room of these coaches like big like halftime speeches.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're telling you about like life and shit, like, you know. You ever seen the speech from Any Given Sunday?
Yeah.
Al Pacino, the
Yeah.
life speech.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. But it was like, you know what I mean? Like what I was talking about earlier, how like I feel shit in a different way. Like the reason I liked it the last time is because like it really resonated with me. I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like this shit's got me pumped.
Right.
So we were able to see that again, which was awesome. And then they got a little theater that you could sit in that showed like highlights from last season. You know, obviously it showed shit about Josh because he won MVP, so it was cool to see, you know, some of his highlights from last season. I was really upset because I was told that they were going to have his like jersey, like his whole uniform from last season up in the Hall of Fame for his MVP season.
Mm-hmm.
And we got there and they told us they had it in the back, but they hadn't put it up yet.
Fuck.
And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, we're a little bit behind. He's like, we still don't have MVP from the season before him up yet either.
Oh, we don't give a
What the
about-
fuck, dude?
We don't give a fuck about that.
I'm like,
guy.
just go grab the jersey, bring it out here just so I can see it.
Right.
And he's like, oh, we can't do that. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then it was cool, too, because they had, the last time we went, they didn't have this section open. And I don't know if it's because we went early or we went too early, maybe. But we went, there was also like an event going on. They had like an event for like deaf people. So I think maybe that's why they opened this section, because there was going to be so many people there. But it was like this section, off to the side, basically, was where it showed, like, it had the section of, like, all the people that have won, like, what's that thing called? What's the thing that Deion Dawkins goes for every year?
Walton Perry.
Yeah, the Walton Payton or whatever, Man of the Year award or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a section where they had, like, all their speeches of, like, the guys that have won it. And then on the other side, they had, like, stories about, like, NFL players that, like, you know, did heroic shit off the field. So, like, they had Pat Tillman's Army Ranger uniform on display, which
Really?
was cool to see. Yeah, then they had, like, videos playing about, like, I can't remember who it was, but an NFL player that tried to save 3 drowning boys. He was able to save one, but got taken down by the other 2 and died with them. Basically, you know what I'm talking about. And then they had, like, this video presentation about, like, the football huddle. But, like, it was, like, a deeper meaning behind it, like how, you know, you could be in that football huddle and it's just, like, people, like we were saying with, like, concerts. It's, like, people from all different walks of life that come together, and in that moment, they're all brothers, basically.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was talking shit like that, and it was like, oh, you know, inside that huddle, or inside the perfect huddle, they were calling it, they're saying that's how America could be, or that's how America should be or could be in our you know, our most perfect dreams, basically. The video is really fucking cool. I took a video of the entire thing, but I haven't posted it yet because you can hear me fat guy breathing in it, and it just makes me kind of self-conscious. So I just, like, haven't posted the video yet. Because I don't want people making fun of me. But, I mean, there was a lot of fucking stairs and shit. So, like, by the time we got to this thing, I was like, you know what I mean? But I'll show you guys the video. Remind me before we leave. I'll show you guys the video. It's really cool. They said a lot of cool shit, and it was really cool. But yeah, man, it was fun. We got to they had a couple people out showing like Super Bowl rings and shit, which is cool. They let you put on like replicas of the Super Bowl rings. We got to wear a replica of Aaron Donald's Super Bowl ring that he won with the Rams. Thing was fucking huge. It was literally put it in my hand. It was heavy as shit, dude. Yeah. And then like they took the top off of it because like the top comes off, and like on the inside they used like actual pieces of the football that was played in that Super Bowl game, and they put it inside the ring, which was cool as fuck. And they also took some of the turf from that field, and they melted it down and put it in the middle of the ring, which was cool as fuck. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really fun time. We left at like 6 a.m. We got back at like 5, so it was perfect. So I got to come home and just chill. And you know what I mean? I didn't have to come home and just go right to sleep because I had to work that Sunday. But yeah, it was cool. I ate a very questionable kielbasa from a hot dog truck outside of the Hall of Fame that I'm scared might have given me a tapeworm because I haven't felt right since I ate it. But, you know, you only live once, so fuck it. You know, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, it was cool, though. We had a good time. The only bad thing about it was that I didn't know it was going to be this event for, like, deaf people. So I don't know if these people that were there thought that we were there for that same thing because they kept trying to talk to us. And we just had to keep saying, like, bro, we don't know sign language, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, everybody was super nice. It was just like, bro, I don't know what you're saying, you know what I mean? And then we were all laughing about how they still have the bust head of OJ up in there.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We took a picture of it. They still have the OJ head in there we were talking about. It was funny. It was cool, though, just to, like... Anybody who knows my dad, he's, like, a diehard Bills fan. He's loved the Bills his entire life. So it was cool to, like, be there with both of us and hear him tell us, like, stories about, like, the Bills and shit. And, like, they had a video of, like, the greatest comeback game. And there was
Houston.
a Texans fan.
Yes.
Or what? They used to be. They're the
Oilers.
Texans now, right? They used to be the Oilers.
Yeah.
There was a Texans fan next to us, and like as soon as the video started, he's like, "Oh, don't need to see this shit again." And my dad was like, "Oh, I was at that game," and the guy was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I fucking was too. It's bullshit." So like it was cool to like interact with like, because like the first time we went, there wasn't a ton of people there. Like it was a good amount, but there wasn't. This time it was like packed. So it was cool to like be able to interact with other football fans around like my dad's age and like, you know, talk some shit with us and stuff. It was cool. And they have this like one little thing. It's like this little thing you can do where like you could be the sideline like ref, and you have to make a call. So like you get to sit in like the booth and shit and like watch the review the call and shit. It was pretty cool. So that was fun.
You made your call accurate?
Yeah. I don't remember what mine was. I think mine was a touchdown, I think. And I reversed the call and it was the right call.
What team was it for? Kansas City?
Oh, I don't remember. No, it was like super old footage. I could just tell just by like how everything looked. It was cool though, you know. It was nice to like. Obviously, the place is cool because like they have the history of like football. You know what I mean? And, like when it first started out to like where it is now.
Yeah,
it was awesome. It was very cool to see. You know, to be able to look.
I've been there 3 times, but that was, back in the late 90s.
Yeah, it's awesome there. You know what I mean? And it's cool. Like me, I'm not a huge football fan. Like I know like the basic gist. You know what I mean? I didn't know shit for fucking years. Now I know. I know the basics. You know what I mean? I know enough to be able to watch. So, but it was cool to be able to watch my dad kind of like fan out about all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know what? Fantasy football, it ruined football for me, for real. I can't even root for my team because on the other side, I got a player. I need him to score big. But then again, it's like, damn, my team needs to win. But again, the guy needs to score big because I can win. Fantasy football just ruined. It's like it's cool to watch all different kinds of football, but you can't even watch your favorite team anymore.
Yo, why is fighting your fucking secretary, man? He's like messaging me all these dates you're not available, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I know.
Right.
He already told me. What does he think? We don't talk to each other ever?
Nope.
Jesus Christ. He thinks he's your only friend?
Well, fight again. Ever since I missed 2 episodes. You came on those 2.
In his defense, he has been trying to come on. He just hasn't worked out lately. You know, he's on a different schedule now. And shit. It wasn't
Plus
like
he's-
before where he could just come. Now he's on different.
He's a big
schedule.
guy now.
Yeah,
He's big now?
supervisor.
yeah, he's a big guy. He's up higher up now. You don't got time for us peasants.
He's not a carrier anymore.
What
You don't
is
got
he?
time for us peasants anymore, he said. He said, sorry, I don't want to fucking see you guys. You're lame. I got a new favorite pod, he said.
What does he do in the post office world now?
He's a supervisor.
He's a
at,
professional ass kisser.
a post office called Northside, which is in North Buffalo.
People kiss his ass now. Instead of him
Wait,
kissing ass,
Fight
people
is a
kiss his
supervisor
ass.
now?
Yep.
Wait, is the same fighter that blasted getting the loser on
Yes.
his phone
Yes.
because he got in trouble because he
Yes.
heard us saying fucking buckety fucking
No, because he got in trouble because at the point in the episode was when I'd said something about putting ecstasy up my ass. And that was the part that the person's ring camera caught, and then he got in trouble for it.
Free speech.
Yeah, man, what the fuck? It's not like he said it.
Right.
This was us.
You want to pull me in the office and yell at me? I don't even work for you. Fine, whatever.
Well, you can keep my mail.
You tell him.
I
You
can't
tell us
control
we're not
myself,
supposed
man.
to have
I'm on
earpods
the
in.
spectrum. What do you want me to do? I have undiagnosed autism. Sorry.
Well, I found out there's no autism over here.
I do. I have it undiagnosed, but I have it. We're pretty sure. We're pretty sure I'm at least.
They
if
can,
not on the spectrum, I'm pretty fucking close, probably.
can be
I'm
like
probably
the,
like, if this was the spectrum, I'm about right here, probably.
or the chef that has Tourette's.
Yeah, there you go. You ever seen,
South Park.
no, you ever seen that TLC show, Living with Bailey or whatever? And it's like a 15-year-old girl, she has Tourette's. Shit's funny as hell. I learned something new the other day. There's this girl. She has like something like when she hears like a puking noise, it makes her want to puke. I've never seen that before.
No,
Like her
it's,
boyfriend fucks her all the time. It's hilarious.
no.
Yeah, like he'll do that stick where it's like, and she'll be like,
Oh yeah. I saw that.
I didn't know that was a thing. That like
Yeah.
people like it's just like a reflex. They hear that noise, they just like,
She definitely couldn't be a nurse.
yeah,
You know,
it's crazy.
my thing is, if you're throwing up, I'm gonna throw up. Like there's one time, me and my cousin, not him, my other cousin, were. Yo, was you with us that day?
No, but I heard all about it.
Yo, this shit is too funny. It was me and my cousin Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this shit is too damn funny. I think we went to Denny's. It was like something about Denny's. We ate Denny's. I'm driving. He's in the passenger seat. Of course, I ripped ass. The funny part was, she's fucking crazy. Smelled the whole car, man. I'm gonna throw up. He opens the door. He throws up. I was like, man, I got something to car too. I open the door. I throw up. Because I throw up.
Because you shit yourself.
No, I was not. It was a bad fart. It was one of the, this is Denny's cheese.
It's a Denny's cheese.
Yeah, it was just too funny. Like, I farted and it was, like, the smell was kind of, because you know how sometimes you can smell your own fart.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't really bother you, but it gets to the point you did. Because your person next to you opened the door throwing up, and you have to throw up. I got another throw up story about my car. I think Cheetah was with me with that one, too.
This one I was there for.
I was fucking. Dude throws up to the car. We were at 4 Mile Creek, hanging over our boy shop, the original shop, by the way. And
Nothing worse than cleaning out a car after somebody threw up in it. You ever had to do that?
Yes.
yeah,
That's just the worst, right? That's like, it just won't go away. It's like, my one son we went to see Shane Gillis. And he got really wrecked. He doesn't drink that much. But he got tanked. And then he's like, so he went to like 2 more bars after the Shane Gillis show. And then threw up in his brother's backseat. So I just had help them clean. 'Cause they didn't know how to. They really didn't know how to clean it. So I thought we cleaned it. We closed the doors for about 20 minutes. We opened the door back up. You could still smell it. I'm like, all right, gotta go get the rug shampooer now. So we were like shampooing rugs and shit. Got rid of it, but that just would not go away. That's just the worst.
Yes.
Cheetah, was you there for Ralph Wilson Memorial?
No.
Yo, I
Put my sausage back in my pocket.
once again I got wasted. I got wasted that time.
No, not you.
I got wasted that time mixing tequila, and of course you know how you go down off the off ramp. It was like Buff Ave Cougar Drive exit on the expressway.
All right.
I puked from the top of that all the way down on my buddy's car. It was cold. He got pissed. I had to clean it out because it was cold water. So I'm not cleaning this shit. Yes, you do. I fucking clean it. It's fucking cold.
See, luckily,
What are you gonna do?
I really never get sick when I get drunk. The only time I did is when I turned 21. I threw up, as I said, at the bar called the Locker Room. Threw up in the or first on the bar, then in the bathroom, then all the way down, because we were on the second floor, so all the way down the steps in the lobby, and that was it.
Yeah, see, I'm concerned. See, I'm a good guy. When I'm in a car and I gotta throw up, I'm a good guy. I just open my hoodie and puke on myself instead of puking in their car.
And you use that same hoodie to go to the casino.
See, I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
And then I wore that exact same hoodie the next day to go to my orientation at the casino. The first time, not the time I actually got hired. My first time. Then I kind of knew why they didn't call me back. Because I showed up reeking of fucking alcohol. Because I was just hammered out of my mind. It was how are you gonna set orientation the day after fucking St. Patrick's Day? That was your fault. You should have known I was gonna get fucking hammered.
They should have known that you were going to get hammered.
Yeah, dude, they should have known. And then, like, the only other time I ever puked off alcohol, I think. I don't know if there was every other time, honestly. I think that was the only time I ever did.
No, it was other times.
When?
Sec Miller's party.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember that one. I got
The
fucked up.
fucking first time you got wasted, you had a hot dog underneath your arm.
That was my 21st birthday. See, I didn't puke on my 21st birthday. I just woke up in the morning with a hot dog in my armpit. Completely normal stuff.
Yo,
Normal. A hot dog.
Well, I must have gotten hot dogs when I got home from partying for my 21st. And I fell asleep eating them, and I woke up with one in my armpit.
Well, I guess
And
it's
then I ate that one
better than other places.
because I was hungover and starving. That was a good night. I made out with a stripper that night on my 21st.
he actually did. Him and his brother, same girl.
Swing
It's
at the same strip club.
Yo, no lie.
You know what's even cooler about the strippers weren't even the best part. On my birthday at the strip club, I got twerked on by a customer that was there, an older black lady that was there,
Washington D.C.
who was there partying with her girlfriends. And we told her it was my 21st. She came over and started twerking on me.
Yo,
It was the best night of my life.
Yo, no lie. Like how we sat there, I felt like I was the boss. I sat in the middle. He sat on one side. Our other cousin sat on there, other side of me. Then you have there are two brothers. His brother and my cousin's brother were sitting on the table, look like our security guards. I'm like this on the table, like Tony Soprano.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I had a good time.
I missed the. Can't say I'm not saying this, but I missed the strip clubs
No, not me, man. I'm too cheap to go to a strip
in
club.
Tampa.
Now.
They had nice strip clubs.
Never tell you about the one time I went that him and this dude Steve we know took me to Canada, a strip club from I think it was like my 26th birthday or something.
It was
Or
weird.
25th. It was something like that. It
It
was
was
one of my
weird.
birthdays.
It was one
And they
of
took me over there, right?
Fuck, they're full nude.
First fucking dance I get. Girl's awesome. She's super cool. Like, we tell her it's my birthday. She's like, oh, come find me before the end of the night. I'll give you another one. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. This chick's hot as fuck. She's super nice. Well, she ended up getting pulled by some dude for, like, the entire night. So she was done the entire night, basically. Then the second dance they got me, the dude, Steve, that we're with, paid for this girl to dance on me because, as she claimed, she had the biggest ass in the club.
Yeah, I remember
Right?
that one.
And this dude, Steve, was like, oh, well, you got to give my buddy a fucking dance because it's his birthday, right? So she's dancing. I mean, it's going good or whatever. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. This is the time of my life, dude. This girl's hot as fuck.
You
Right?
know
We're
those short-
chit-chatting and shit, you know? We're kind of
You
like...
told me the short one with the blonde hair?
No, it was the black-haired one. Remember she had long black hair?
Who's the one?
Yeah, this is this one. We're like, listen, we're chatting and shit, right? We're talking, having a good time. And she's like, oh, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from over the border, you know, in America, you know, the Falls, whatever, right? And she's like, oh, that's nice. She's like, yeah, I live here. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, you ever go over the border? And she's like, oh, I can't anymore because last time they caught me with drugs. And I'm like, all right, get me the fuck out of here, dude. I want to go home. At this point, I'm like, nah, I gotta go, dude. By this time, I get back. Drew's Chop's chilling, right? Me and him are just hanging out. The dude Steve we're with, fucking hammered already. We've only been there an hour and a half. He's already fucking completely hammered.
He's not hammered. He was just got fucking shim-shacked by one
He had
chick.
2 girls that kept dancing on him. He came over there with like $1,000, spent it all in like an hour.
Yo, he said, it was half hour. He's like, we gotta leave. I was like, fuck you, man. I'm just having a good time. Because I saw a couple more girls there. Really? I had...
Couple of his girls. Yeah, so when he's like, oh, we gotta leave. And I'm like, well, I haven't spent any of my money yet. So I'm gonna give me a dance real quick before I leave. You know, my own personal dance, of course you know.
But we
My
wound up staying like an
choice.
hour and a half later.
My choice. I chose a fucking nice little Asian girl, you know. 'Cause
Hey, well, that's where
that's
you
my
go.
thing. So I chose her. She was super nice. She grabbed my dick. Which I didn't know they could do that over there, but I guess they can. She,
And she did. You're not gonna
For
complain?
a certain price, it would do something.
she
to you.
like grabbed my dick. She pulled it on my pants. It was twerking. It was wild. But anyway, that's not the point. But she was cool as fuck. And then like we came back out. I got out of that one, and this dude Steve's already like basically getting up and walking out the door. He's like, "Yeah, we gotta go. I'm completely broke." And we're like, "What the fuck you mean you're broke? You came over here with the most money out of the 3 of us, completely broke."
No, you know why? Because when you take 2 girls back there, they'll charge you double time.
He's a fucking idiot.
Uh,
But yeah, it was a fucking nightmare.
And plus, he had like this yellow, had the highlight shirt on.
Yeah, like why would you go with a fucking highlighted shirt on, dummy? Stick out like a sore thumb. And like the one girl he kept dancing with wasn't even attractive. She had like the fucking both sides of her head shaved and shit. Like she was like part of the B squad. She wasn't even that cute. And he was just like, "Oh, what's up, baby?" He like thought he was so cool. You know what really cost me out of all the dancing and shit? You know what cost me the most money? Every time I went to take a piss. Because they had a bathroom attendant in there, and he fucking begged me for a tip, basically, every time I went
Fuck
in there.
that.
He kept, like, hounding me for a tip.
Yo,
He's like, oh, give me something, man. Give me something. And I'm like, bro, I don't got nothing. I'm like, I came here to take a piss, not to be your best friend.
the casino used to have.
It's
bathroom
crazy,
attendants.
dude. Fuck that. That's why I can't go back, man. No. I'm too cheap for all that.
Back when I was a youngin,
Back in 1670.
I saw Amber Lynn there. She was a porn star.
Yes, we know you.
Hey, we know.
Saw her there. She was good.
See Bridget the Midget there?
No,
Yo,
And
I
then
miss that show.
we. I went there for my brother's stag, and we went to Mintz. And
Men's got that too. The men is
yeah,
men,
the peppermints is for the men, and then mints is the girls, for the guys.
Makes sense.
So we were there, and it was this kid's 21st birthday, and they made him.
And he twerked on him? Yoder.
No, they made him. We reversed. They made him strip.
Yes.
So he got to his tidy whities. Now I don't know if his friends didn't tell him that they were going to a strip club, and what happens at a strip club.
stays in the strip club.
No. What are you about to say?
He had
This man had a chocolate highway in his back pocket?
the tidy whities,
No.
and he had the skid marks.
No.
Yes, I mean, I've never felt bad for.
How do you live that down, dude?
He can't because everybody.
That's crazy.
There's like 100 people there. Plus his close personal friends, then us strangers.
Hey, y'all, welcome
like,
to Skip
what?
Mark McGee, man.
I felt embarrassed for him.
I'd literally never leave my house again. Ever. I would never leave the house. I would
'Cause
hide away forever.
he had no idea. He had no idea that.
I'd be like Quasimodo. I'd hide away forever, dude. I'd never come out. Fuck that. That's crazy.
And then we went to Hooters in Buffalo. Me, Fight, and a friend, one of his other friends, Dave, went to Hooters in Canada. We were not impressed.
It's really not that good.
They were
Just chicks in tiny shorts.
well.
And
They were. It's called Hooters for a reason.
Big breastises.
They were missing the Hooters.
They didn't have the boobs?
No, they had other parts were more obvious than their Hooters.
Like what? Their eyeballs?
Wait a minute.
No,
I got
Their
something.
bums?
their camel toe
Oh.
was more obvious
Should
than
have
the
been called
breasts.
camels.
Sorry, hope I don't offend anybody, but
Too late.
Too late.
You already offended me. Get the fuck out. What, dude? If this is about the fucking Instagram, I'm gonna punch you in your wiener.
No.
You go stop fucking reading the messages, because then I don't know they
No.
message back because you read them.
Rick
You fucking
Moranis and Bill Pullman is back.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
Spaceballs, too.
Yeah, they announced Spaceballs too.
he's
today.
coming out of retirement.
Yep. Yeah, Mel Brooks is gonna come back too.
How
He's
old is
fucking
Mel
100
Brooks?
years
Mel
old.
Brooks has got to be in his.
He's like 99, dude, or 98 or something like that. He's pretty fucking old.
I bet they made the movie now. And
It's coming out in 2027.
But-
He's coming back. Bill Pullman's coming back. Rick Moranis is coming back.
no John Candy.
I know, that's what I said.
No
That's what I
Barth-
said.
No Bartholomew.
I said I'd only watch it just because Rick Moranis. Just because he's coming out of retirement. So I'll watch it for my boy. Dark
Wait, who played Princess Leia?
a robot.
Or you mean Princess Vespa?
Yeah, Princess Vespa.
I don't remember.
That was a robot. Oh, no, that
No,
was...
the robot was like her maid or whatever.
Yeah, that was what's her face?
that was Joan Rivers.
And her, yeah. I used to love her daughter. I had a dream about her and her daughter.
What? Daphne Zuniga. She's 62. Yeah. Oh, she got mercury poisoning in 2004.
Oh shit!
Oh, apparently she's coming back too, I guess. She's gonna come back too as Princess Vespa. Damn, they're getting the whole crew back together.
Guess Dick Van Patten won't be in it.
Who's
No
Dick
Dick.
Van Patten?
He was the father.
He's
Oh, yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about now. I
He was the
confused
guy
for
who
a second.
had the password to the airlock.
Oh, yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3. It's like one of those jokes that people use that joke all the time. Like that's probably one of the most from that movie. That's one of the jokes that I think probably has resonated with people for years and years and years.
The one that I always think about is Combing the Desert.
Comb the
Yes.
desert.
I love that one.
Yeah.
The one that's the two guys that got the pick. We ain't seen shit.
There's a lot
fucking
of
love
funny
that
stuff in there, like that Comb the Desert. There's I like when it's like when he's they're trying to check the radar and it's just a Mr. Coffee. It's like just like about Mr. Radar. Or the point where they put the VHS tape in and they're like they're looking at it like they're making fun of like time because
This is now, but then.
that's
When's
like,
then? Now.
no, you just passed it. You can't go back. Like, it's a fun. I mean, the writing's really good.
Yeah. It's
That's my
great.
fear is that it just will stink.
Yeah, it won't be as good now, yeah.
Because History of the World Part 2 stunk.
Yeah.
It
What
was
about-
not. They shouldn't have done it. Like it was.
what
just,
about Blazing Saddles? What if they made that?
Dude, if
Can't
Blazing-
make that
if
again.
they even
They
tried
can't-
to make
tw-
that movie
it'd be a
today,
half-hour movie.
it'd be shut down.
It'd be a half-hour
Immediately.
movie.
You know how many people would protest the making of that movie today?
Yeah, there's so many of those types of movies that you just can't.
Yeah, there's
you
no
know.
way.
You can't.
That comedy just doesn't fly today.
You know.
One of my single favorite things from Blazing Saddles is when what's his name? I can't think of his name now. Who's the guy?
Gene?
Yeah, when Gene Wilder's character, he like pulls the sheriff from behind the rock, and the dude's like, "Where the white women at?"
And for my next impression,
shit.
Jesse Owens.
Love that shit.
Or
But even like from that, because they make fun of like the line, the stinking badges line, like
Yeah.
that's in the movie, and that's obviously from a real movie. We don't need no stinking badges, but they must. Badges. We don't need no stink. But everybody always thinks that's from Blazing. It's actually from another movie, but like it's just so well known from that. I just love the fact that they're all lined up to sign up for the thing, and there's just a couple KKK guys there, and it's just like. I mean, Harvey Korman's hilarious in that movie, and everybody's just really funny in that movie.
the sheriff when he goes,
You know,
let me whip this out. Everybody's like, oh!
Reverend. That's one of my favorite things too. My entire family started a family joke from that movie when he's like, when Gene Wilder's character's like, he's like, "Oh, my name's Jim. My friends call me Jim." That became a whole running joke in my family. So now, like, my parents, like, all the time will be like, "Listen here, Jim." You know.
Yo, funny fact.
I remember when we were fucking younger. We were saying it the one time in my house in front of Chop, and I don't know, complete silence. Chop's just like, "Who's Jim?" I fucking love Blazing
So
Saddles. That's one of my favorite movies.
another moment that Dad does is the Griswolds. Like, yeah, you guys like the Griswolds.
Yeah, that was a running joke in my family too. It's always been a running joke. The shitter's full.
Yo,
I feel like movies back then were just better, man.
no lie.
Comedy movies don't hit as hard as they did back then.
No.
Yo, Cheetah, no lie. If National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is on TV right now, my chick be watching it.
I love that movie, dude. It's one of my favorite movies.
I like
I was gonna say, I feel like the problem with like a lot of comedies nowadays is they're too afraid to like take the big swings. You know what I mean? Like they play it safe a lot with like
Yes.
comedy movies now. You know what I mean? Where like even far as back as like when Dodgeball came out, dude, it took some huge swings, and it still remains one of the best comedy movies of all time. It's fucking hilarious.
if you died,
That's why when everybody's like, "Oh, if they should make a sequel," that's why Vince Vaughn's like, "Well, we're not ever gonna make a sequel unless the script is perfect." You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna tone it down for like how comedies are now. We got to make a comedy like it was back then. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which I think is something a lot of people are afraid to do now.
I think the most of those kinds of comedies, they get so much backlash.
That's true.
You know, like for one scene or one line, and
Yeah.
it's like they just so nobody wants to even.
Yeah,
I feel like
and
they
they're
won't
just
even
like, "Oh,
get
what's the
green-lighted.
point?"
Even if somebody wanted to do it, they won't green. Like
Yeah.
you can get some sketch comedy stuff on Netflix, like when what was it? What was the two guys, the two black guys?
Key and Peele.
Key and Peele got
Yeah.
away with an awful lot of
Oh yeah,
stuff.
they were great.
But I think like that's about the only place you're going to get
Yeah.
away with that is on streaming.
Even
I don't think you're
the
gonna get away
Brady
with that.
roast,
oh, that was funny as hell.
the retaping was, they edited it. And
Yeah.
Even the live version wasn't that bad.
Yeah, well, I think another one that's doing a lot of it now too on Netflix is that show Tires with Shane Gillis.
Have you watched
they do
that?
a lot. What?
Have you watched it?
Oh, I fucking love that show.
I
finished the
just
second
found out
season.
about it. I don't know how I didn't know about
I
it.
just
I just
finished the
saw it
second
on
season.
Netflix
It's fucking
yesterday.
hilarious.
Well,
And
I
I-
gotta wait till tomorrow to get paid to get my
Oh,
Netflix
it's one of
back.
the funniest shows.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the first 5 minutes of it, and then I stopped because I know my son really likes him.
Yeah.
So I'm like he couldn't watch it last night, so I'm like I stopped. We should watch this together. So
Yeah, it's
I think
easily
this weekend we're gonna try to watch.
it's
a few
easily one of the
episodes.
funniest shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
He's fucking him and the other guy that plays in it, the Steve Gerben or whatever.
Yeah,
They're like both friends. They're fucking hilarious. in it.
and he looks like a guy that would work a good year.
Yeah.
Like he,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what
like,
makes it so funny. It's like
you
you
know,
could see
just like
if he wasn't a comedian, you could see that
That's
he was
probably
just
where he
working in
right.
the
He got like him probably
as a
that's where he was
mechanic. Yeah,
working.
it's hilarious.
Yo,
You ever watch it? Tires? Oh, you gotta watch it.
Yo,
It's so funny.
I'll watch it tomorrow when
shit's
my
hilarious.
Netflix come back.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious.
Yo,
of my
I'm catching up
favorite
on
shows.
Big Mouth
Oh yeah, I forgot that ended. I gotta catch
season 8. I'm actually on
catch
season
up on
6.
that. Oh, speaking of that, I was telling you, I watched a movie the other day. Me and my buddies were on the game. We were talking about that Weapons that's coming out and how it looks really good and how we're excited for it. And we couldn't, how they haven't really given much information about it. So, it's kind of, up in the air what the fuck's going to happen. So they told me I should watch the director's, one of his other movies that just came out a couple years ago, Barbarian. I watched it for the first time. Holy fucking shit. I need my brain scrubbed after watching that movie. That shit was fucking wild. I did not know what to expect, but it was not that. That shit fucked me up.
Would
If
you
you
like
want to
it?
watch a good movie, watch that shit. That shit,
On what platform?
guaranteed you will not know what's going to happen.
What platform?
It's on Netflix.
That'd be Friday.
Guaranteed you're going to watch a movie and not know what. You're not going to expect what happens. I guarantee it. It's fucking wild, bro.
Yo, is it like the Senators?
It gets so crazy so fast.
Yo, is it like the Senators movie?
The what?
Like that Michael B. Jordan movie?
No, it's like way fucking creepier. It's like, holy shit.
If
Like
you-
literally during the movie, like in the middle of watching the movie, I literally was just like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Like it's weird, man. It's really fucking good though.
it's
like
weird,
really
man.
good.
But yeah, fucking good.
I gotta watch Long Legs is the next
Yes,
one
I've
to
seen
watch.
that.
Which I heard was pretty wild too. I gotta
Yo,
watch that next.
I watched a movie called Taco Shop on Hulu. Where's Hulu? Peacock. Got your boy in it, Tyler
Who the fuck is Tyler?
from Alpha Wolf or Teen Wolf.
Tyler Posey?
Yeah, he plays the main character. It's like a rundown movie, and it's funny as hell.
We're over here talking about like huge shit, and then he's just like, "Oh, I watch Taco Shop." Like everyone's just gonna know what the fuck that is.
Oh.
Why don't you watch a cinematic masterpiece on Peacock?
I watched Wiz.
Fucking Shrek.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cinematic
Fuck yeah.
masterpiece.
Here's just like 4 of them.
One of the best movies ever made.
Is it 4?
Yeah. Now there's a new one coming out next year,
Oh.
and it looks like shit.
I do think that Peacock has got one of the best reality shows.
What?
Top Chef.
Yo, no lie. Like on my TV right now, on like my regular, like direct TV, it's on the cooking channel. I like watching the cooking channel.
Can I be honest
Mhm.
with you guys? Is this a safe space?
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
non-judgment space.
Yes.
No judgment zone. No judgment zone.
I'll be watching Love Island.
Yeah, he told us that.
Love
It-
Wild.
Is it because what's her name, the host still?
Can't help it. It's so fucking good, dude.
Is
I love the drama.
Ariana?
Ariana Maddox. Oh my god. The things that I would do for that woman, dude.
Is she
I would
still
kill all three of you right now. Triple murder for Ariana Maddox.
Is she still
She's
married
so
to
hot.
Matt?
What?
She's still married to Matt Colshaw?
No, that's a completely different chick. That's Ariel Vanderberg.
What show was that? She
I
was,
don't know. She did a Love Island, but not that one. But you know, Ariana Maddox was like married to one of those dudes from the fuck was that show? I don't remember the show. One of them reality shows. Tom Sandoval, whoever the fuck that is, she was married to that dude. She's so hot. Oh my god.
yeah, I really want
fucking
to
eat a Fruit Loop out of her butt.
I really want to like audition for the that Hallmark movie.
I put in an application. I applied to be an extra in it.
No, but if you
Then
went
when
to,
I seen the line of people that were there, I'm like, yeah, never mind.
but yeah,
There was,
if,
like, literally 1,000 people that showed up.
yo, if I got there,
Was it
I'd
Your
the
be-
Bulls?
chances of getting in there are fucking slim to none.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
yo, I might if that movie comes out, I might have to watch that at Hallmark.
Even the Buffalo Bills couldn't make me watch a Hallmark movie.
Because
I'd
you,
rather stab myself in the
yo,
eyeballs
speaking of the Buffalo Bills, Dion
with
finally,
straight cocaine.
Dion Dawkins finally talked to the league and talking about they should have an offensive lineman award, and it's happening next year.
They should.
Because like how you get like wide receiver awards, running back awards, but your offensive lineman is the one who's protecting your quarterback and running back. Yo, you hear the Two-Face James Cook? Yeah, I'm calling him Two-Face now.
Why? You fucking showed up for fucking...
No, he says, "Oh, I want to be with the team that is going to win the Super Bowl."
Yeah, he said, I want to come back. I came back Or he said I'm here because I want to help my teammates win a Super Bowl.
Or he's going to lose like $100,000 each.
Yeah, and then when they asked him that, he said, I like my money, that's why I'm here. But he said I had to be here because I want to help my teammates win a Super Bowl.
Yo,
Well, he's just being respectable about it. The fuck.
yo, if you could take the Bills to the Super Bowl and win,
I don't mind him wanting to get paid. He's just not going to get paid what he wants.
No.
He's got a right to get paid. It's just not going to be as much as he wants.
because you got to be in the top 3 MVP votes.
Like, bro, you ain't no fucking Saquon Barkley.
Yo,
You ain't jumping motherfuckers backwards.
yo, that's the cover art for Madden.
I don't know. I see. Pretty lame. Just kidding.
Yo, the one guy on the trailer, he's not gonna play Madden because it was a play that Barkley embarrassed him. They used that footage.
Did you see the Xbox showcase?
I heard a little bit about it.
They announced a bunch of shit. They
Yo.
announced some cool shit. They announced the next Resident Evil Requiem,
Wow. That's
which
still a
was which is like a direct sequel to like Resident 8, The Village, and also a sequel to like Biohazard. Which
Yo,
was really
no
good.
lie.
I loved Biohazard.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
And in this new Resident Evil, they're finally giving people what they want. You could play the game in first person or third person,
Ooh.
and you could switch anytime you want throughout the game.
What are you
It's like
playing
a
at?
huge thing.
What are you gonna play as, third or first?
I don't know if I'll even play it. I never even played The Village, to be honest. I gotta like be in the mood to play Resident Evil.
Yo,
Yeah,
right now the game I'm playing, it was free on a PlayStation. Is Alone in the Dark. It got Hopper.
Oh yeah.
It's like a survivor game. I definitely need to buy the internal hard
Yeah, I
drive
fucking need one too, because my shit's small. My shit don't got no space.
for your PlayStation.
No, my Xbox. I need one for my Xbox.
Oh,
I got a Series S, so it's got like fucking barely any. It's got like 1 terabyte of
If you do get
space,
one,
that's it. Or not 1 terabyte. It's got like a very small amount.
on the
of space.
500 gigabyte. If you do get that 1 terabyte, it's going to be costing you almost like $130.
Never mind.
But it's
I don't
worth
need
it.
one. Not for $130, motherfucker. You know
One-
what I could
one-
do with that?
1 terabyte.
You know what I could do with $130?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to spend $130 on my 1 terabyte for my for the PlayStation.
I don't fucking play games enough to be spending that type of money on a hard drive.
Yeah, only reason I want that is because of the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6, May 26,
I'm just
2026.
fucking I already got a ton of space on my Xbox, so I deleted Call of Duty forever. Done with that shit. That shit's garbage. I'm done with it for good.
What do
I
you
already told Henry I ain't downloading that shit again. Don't ask.
Where are you and the boys are playing now?
What me and Henry be playing? Oh, we got back. We've been really into Battlefront lately.
I heard about that.
too. And then we play like Rivals every once in a while. Marvel Rivals. That shit gets sweaty as hell now though. But
I
we've
saw a
been
little
in lot
gameplay
of
of Rivals.
Battlefront lately.
I saw a little gameplay of Rivals.
It's a good game. It just gets super fucking sweaty.
Yo, is it like Overwatch or not Overwatch?
Pretty much. It's just Overwatch and Marvel characters.
What's the other one? Apex Legends.
No, it's not like Apex. It's not a battle royale. It's like you do like mission. You have to do like tasks and shit. You have to like escort vehicles from one spot to another and shit, but you fight along the way. It's a great game. It just gets, you know what I mean? It gets overwhelming sometimes. Makes you want to punch people in the dick. You know? But yeah, they announced that. They also announced they're remastering the first Gears of War game, Gears of War Reloaded.
Oh shit!
That's coming out later this year, I believe. Gears of War E-Day, that's like a prequel to the Gears of War franchise. It's coming out next year. What really surprised me is fucking a sequel to High on Life is coming out this year. That really surprised me. I was not expecting that.
See that smile on Trey?
Mm-hmm.
See that smile on Trey? You're a Bills fan?
Huh?
You a Bills fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're not playing the Patriots.
Or Tampa.
But yeah, the fucking dude, I was not expecting them to announce a High on Life sequel.
Yo, guess what? I got
That
it
game
already.
was fucking great, though.
Guess what? I already got downloaded. July 11 needs to come fast. In a month from now. Tony Hawk 2, Tony Hawk 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's coming.
You played for
Bunch of other shit's coming too. Yeah, I don't really care for, so I just didn't pay attention to it.
How about Outlander?
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds 2.
That's a number 2. That's coming. It's cool because mostly all the shit they show is all coming to Game Pass. So you ain't gotta pay for it, which is cool. But they showed a trailer for High on Life too. It's gonna have a bunch of new guns and shit in it, which is gonna be fucking sick. I'm pretty hyped. I love the first game.
Is Game Pass like Netflix or?
No, Game Pass you can play. There's over 100 games. Because he shares with me. We get the ultimate Game Pass. Then we get EA games. We get like whatever. Like I got to play Indiana Jones. I got to play Indiana Jones. Like a $7 game. Beat it in a couple. It'll be like in a week. And plus now the like how they do the Gold Pass now. That's how you get your online membership too. We paid I paid the ultimate like 15, 16 bucks. Get unlimited. It's also PC too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Cheetah didn't hit you with an old man joke. Like, I bet the first video game was throwing stone at each other.
My very first game was Frogger. Kaboom.
Frogger. Fucking Frogger.
Dude, Frogger was a fucking intense game.
Frogger.
Then Pac-Man.
So you started up on your Atari?
Asteroids.
You fucking... You old fuck.
Hey, weird. I was coming to Darien Lake.
You know, I was just going to Darien Lake. Blink 182.
Who?
Blink 182 in September 11th.
Man,
With Alkaline Trio.
Man, that's supposed to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped.
Ooh, Mel Brooks made an announcement.
Oh, yeah, there's something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember. I don't know. Who knows, man? You know? Who knows anything anymore?
Nope.
You know?
Yo, I saw. I had to give credit to Captain America.
Let's all just take our shirts off, touch each other.
No. If we touch each other, could
Sorry,
we do?
but I'm getting tired.
Yo, could we do with Whitney Houston?
I'm working a lot this week, dude. I'm tired. Work's been fucking crazy.
What's that song? What's her hit song?
I want to dance with somebody.
And what's the other one? The love song.
How will I know?
Oh,
I will always love you. It's not even her song. It's Dolly Parton's song. She covered it.
What song that is?
National anthem.
Oh, I heard
That's
she.
like fucking.
I don't
that
think
video
I don't
was
think
super
technically
violent,
that's her song though. I think other people.
but she
sing.
killed it.
She did kill it.
Took like what 8 minutes to sing that song?
That's probably still the best one, right?
I
I know.
believe so.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie Roseanne Barr.
Oh fuck!
Was it Roseanne Barr or Roseanne Barr? I think
Roseanne
you get it
Barr.
mixed up. But it was Roseanne Barr.
Yeah.
I can understand why you get the two of them mixed up, but like,
Yeah, Roseanne
Both
Barr.
old hags.
Yo, but guess who's playing tomorrow at the Bison game? Max Strozo. He's on the Toronto Blue Jays, but he's getting recovery now. That's the best thing about Bison games. You can see these stars.
Yes. When I lived in Rhode Island, we had season tickets to the Paw Sox, so I got to see like
The what?
The Paul Sox. These AAA teams got weird names. There's Panda
What the fuck is
Trash.
a Paul Sox?
But anyway, yo, you're saying what?
Yeah, we had season tickets, so I got to see Eucalyptus, Pedroia, Dustin Pedroia play, Kurt Schilling, Big Poppy.
I like it when you call me Big Papa.
You know, a couple years ago
Put
he got
some
shot.
marshmallows in my ass and Paula.
Yo, any updates on the Diddy trial?
No. Nobody cares.
Someone mentioned
Fuck
Sandra
him.
Bullock.
Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. I know they just did a mistrial on Harvey Weinstein's court case.
Yeah, one was 2 cases.
Yeah, they did a mistrial on the second rape case.
Isn't he like 100?
Pretty much.
I mean, it
He's
doesn't.
pretty much
excuse him,
lost
but
all bodily function in his body, basically. I mean,
It's
just
just a-
fucking let the guy go home and die already. At this point. You know?
Man, I heard boys getting
tired.
Losers Club doing good now.
Who?
Nate and boys.
Oh, yes. Shout out to fucking Losers Club, man. On their way to Nashville to fucking open for Simple Plan again. Good for them, dude.
And
Love you, Nate.
Yo, I wish there were
Big dog.
there'd be opening for Red Suit Jumper Apparatus in Albany.
No. They don't want to open for them.
Okay. Okay. He did. He's opening for them.
He said he's not open for anything you say.
Yeah, we need to get Nate back on here.
Love
Sandstorm.
that guy. He told me he owed me an interview, so
Yo,
told me he's got a lifetime invitation. He can come back whenever.
yo, how about bring Sandstorm?
I told all the boys to come on. Sandstorm, Paul,
Man,
Dan.
you know, I
all
wish,
come
I wish things would work out, but they're still part of the group. Is his other guy, his main guy?
Oh, Andy?
Yeah.
Andy Champion. What a fucking name. Yeah, shout out to Nate and the boys, man. Good for you guys. You deserve it.
yes.
You guys be rocking.
Instead, instead of having a nice tour bus, it turned like a little passion minivan.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm not hating on it. It's just
I'm getting pretty tired, as you can see.
Let's wrap her up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up like
before you wrap it up,
you wrap your Jimmy.
is men's mental health awareness, and the number is 988. Did I say that number right there?
Oh
Yep.
my fucking god! I'm not telling you again.
Every week.
Oh, it is 988.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I finally said
also, real quick before we do leave, I did want to say something. If you guys are into like prayer or whatever, anything like that, if you could keep my boss Nicole and her family in your prayers, please. They're headed for some very tough times. Her husband had an accident over the weekend, and he fell at their house. Suffered 2 skull fractures.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's in the hospital right now. I think they were doing an MRI today to try and check if there's any brain damage. She has 2 very young kids that are still in school. So if you could just keep her in your prayers, man. She's literally one of my favorite people in the world, and it sucks that she's going through this. So shout out to Nicole and her kids. Send you guys all my love. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully, she texted us all last night and said that her husband was, that he was moving his arms and his legs and shit like that. So it's a very good sign. So hopefully it continues to be good. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to her real quick because she's always been a super big supporter of me and the pod. So I didn't want to end it without, saying something for her and her family. So if you guys could just keep them in your prayers, be super appreciated, man. She's a great person, and wish nothing but the best.
Yes. So many positive vibes.
Mm-hmm. And also, you stay classy, San Diego.
Thanks for how long, losers.
I thought it was
Birthday.
Stay Classy
God
America.
damn it. That didn't work out.